Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, mercy, and blessing unto the hopeful elect. The Israelites of the Bible are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the title for this lesson will be God never made a covenant with all nations, only with the Israelites. So we started off with the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Adonai Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. If we go to the book of 2nd Ezra, it will tell you, since it brought up that we all come from Adam, in the book of 2nd Ezra, it gives you specific detail of what does the Most High Yahweh think of these other nations that he also created, and also that also came out of the loins of Adam. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, who thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also who thou hast chosen. Who has the Most High chosen? That was the Israelites. Verse 55, all this have I spoken before thee, O Adonai Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Because that's what the Most High did. He did the world for our sakes. Verse 56, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them into a drop that falleth from the vessel. So, even though the Most High created all the nations, he still chose Israel. And he thinks of these other nations as nothing. Another scripture that could back it up could be Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he take up the owls as a very little thing. So just like how 2nd Ezra talks about how they're nothing, in the book of Isaiah chapter 40 verse 15, he also talks about how the nations are as a drop of a bucket. It's like having a 5-gallon jug of water, and a little bit of drop comes out of that gallon. It's nothing. We could go back also with Psalms 135 verse 4. It's the book of Psalms 135 verse 4. For the Adonai Yahweh has chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure. So the Israelites, who are the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native Americans, are the Most High Yahweh's peculiar treasure from all the other nations he created of this world. In the book of, if we go back to Deuteronomy chapter 32, we reread it, Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 9. For the Adonai Yahweh's portion is his people, Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Another scripture that could back up that scripture could be Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, and it's in the book of Apocrypha, the Apocrypha. 17 verse 17, Ecclesiasticus chapter 17 verse 17. For in the divisions of the nations of the whole earth He set a ruler over every people. So every nation from the earth has their own ruler. You got the Edomites, they have their own rulers. The Moabites, Ammonites, the Canaanites, the Philistines, the Babylonians, the Greek, all of them, they all had their own ruler. But Israel is the Adawan Yahweh's portion. So the ruler of the Israelites, who are the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native Americans, are the Lord's portion. Our ruler is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. If we go to the book of Psalms, chapter 147, another book, which is David, who was king over Israel, he will also talk about it. This is the book of Psalms 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statute and his judgment unto Israel. So who got the word? Jacob, who later on Yahweh changed his name to Israel. And then Israel had 12 sons. And from there comes the 12 tribes of Israel, which you got the southern tribe and you got the northern tribe. The southern tribe will be Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the southern tribe. Those are the Jews. And then you got the northern tribe, which will be Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Issachar, and Naphtali. That's the northern tribe. Two different kind of tribes. Two different kind of nations. The southern tribe and the northern tribe. We go back to the book of Psalms 147, verse 19. It goes, He showed his word unto Jacob, which will be Judah, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. Ephraim, southern tribe and northern tribe. Verse 20, he had not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Adawan Yahweh. So he has not dealt with any other nations, which will be, it could either be the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Edomites, the Philistines, none of them. He showed his word to the Israelites, who are the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native Americans. If we go to 2nd Esdras, another book that could back it up, 2nd Esdras chapter 3, verse 36. Thou shalt find that Israel by name had kept thy precepts. What are the precepts? Are the scriptures, the word, the law, statute, and commandments, which were given to the nation of Israel. Again, 2nd Esdras chapter 3, verse 36. Thou shalt find that Israel by name had kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. Who are the heathen? The heathens are these other nations, which are also the enemies of the Israelites. You can read it in the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Who is thy people? The Israelites. Who are the hidden ones? So-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native Americans, because most of our people don't know who they are. Verse 4. Psalms 83, verse 4. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So right now we're split up. You got the southern tribe, the northern tribe. They split up. We're split up because the Most High made it happen, because Solomon, the son of David, went off by following these other gods. So he split the kingdom, but he let them kept the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and then he split. That was the southern tribe, and then you got the northern tribe. Verse 5, Psalms 83, verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And here we go, the enemies. the tabernacles of Edom, so-called white man, and the Ishmaelites, so-called uh, uh, Middle Easterns, of Moab, so-called Chinese, the Hagarenes, the Africans, Gemah and Ammon, Amalek, the Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot, Selah. If we go to the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1, it will say, "Hear this word that the Other One Yahweh has spoken against you, all children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." So right now the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American are catching hell. We're catching hell because we went off by not obeying the law, statute, commandments of the Most High Yahweh. And since we didn't listen to him, the curses came up to us. And you can read it in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. We got our blessings and we got our curse. We had from verse 1 to 14, it's all blessings, but from 15 to 68, that's all our curses. And the reason why was it because we didn't obey the Most High's voice. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 4. Book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 4. He should call to the heavens from above and to the earth, that he may judge his people, who are his people, the Israelites, so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And who was that covenant? It was the Israelites. When they got out of the bondage of Egypt, when he sent Moses to let Pharaoh know and let the Israelites know that the Most High Yahweh was going to free them from the bondage of the Egyptians. And who also made a covenant with the Most High Yahweh when they were in the wilderness. And also the sacrifice when they had their peace offering sacrifices. They also had their sin offering sacrifices. You can read that in the Torah, which are the 5 books that Moses wrote, which will be the book of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. That is the Torah. And with that, hopefully this lesson has been edified.